were dozens of new faces on Capitol Hill over the last few days. Here are the newly elected members taking the so-called freshman class photo. This year's class includes many firsts, including Democrat Deb Haaland of New Mexico. She is one of the first 2 Native American women elected to Congress, and she joins me now from Washington. Congresswoman-elect, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Well, you have been a Democratic Party chair in New Mexico. You've been politically active for a number of years, but this was not always your profession. What made you decide to get involved in politics?
Sure. Well, for close to the past 20 years, I've been working very hard to get other Democrats elected in New Mexico, and we've actually done a really good job. We are close to having a majority women House, state House, in fact. You know, when I finished my term as state chair of the party in 2017, I just felt like I could continue to be a strong voice for the people of New Mexico. Michelle Lujan Grisham, who will be our new governor in New Mexico, was vacating the seat, and it just seemed a natural progression for me to work so that I could come to Washington and fight for the things that New Mexicans need and deserve.
Well, as I mentioned, you are one of the first Native American congresswomen. How important is it for Native Americans to have a voice in Washington?
Well, representation absolutely matters. I am proud to be part of an extremely diverse class of new members this time around. I think we all bring such important experience and knowledge to the table. With respect to Native Americans, yes, in 240 years, over 240 years, there's never been a Native American woman in Congress. And Native Americans are actually the most underrepresented in any governmental system, and so I think with my experience, my personal experience, it will absolutely matter that my voice is at the table.
And I'm curious, why do you think it's taken so long for a Native American woman to get elected to Congress?
Well, it hasn't been for lack of trying. We've had, I think, around 7 Native women win their primaries and lose in the general. And I just feel like, you know, it's a difficult thing to run for Congress. And I'm fortunate to have had my family support and have had the experience to put an excellent team together. Everything sort of has to match up, right? You have to raise enough money, you have to have a strong team, you have to have a ground game. All those things matter, and I feel fortunate that I was able to get all of that right. Additionally, New Mexico District 1 is a +7 Democratic district, so I felt that if I won my primary, I'd have an excellent chance of winning the seat.
You have said that you will back Nancy Pelosi to be House Speaker. Why does she have your support?
Absolutely. Look, Nancy Pelosi has been such a strong leader over the many years. This time around, she played a pivotal role in making sure that that Democrats won this election across the country. You saw that all of Orange County is blue now. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens with strong leadership, and I just feel like right now in this era that we need a woman who is experienced, who has stood strong for all of the issues and the agenda that Democrats, our values that we want to move forward, and I just believe in her leadership.
What would you say, though, to some Democrats who are concerned that perhaps she's too representative of the establishment and that it is time for some fresh faces in leadership positions?
Well, we know that she supported the huge diversity that has come into this class of freshmen in Congress. There are diverse faces in our leadership, and I really truly believe that she is ready to lead this time around. We need her leadership now. She wants to ensure that we have new leadership. The Progressive Caucus endorsed her campaign. She has promised that progressives will be in certain, seats in leadership, and I truly believe that she will make that happen. Right now, we need her as the leader, though.
Well, you and your fellow Democrats will have control of the House. Republicans still have control of the Senate and the White House. How do you navigate the need to sort of stick with your principles with the political reality of needing to compromise, for example, with President Trump?
Sure. Well, I really do think that we can find some areas where we can compromise. I have been a strong voice for, I'll give you an example, missing and murdered Indigenous women. I can't imagine anyone in Congress or anyone in the Senate who would oppose a bill that would protect Indigenous women from violence. And so I feel like we have to start somewhere that we agree. There were a number of bills in the House that were never brought to the floor. I think that now that we are in leadership, that we will bring some bills to the floor that everyone will agree on. And I just think it's a matter of us building relationships with each other and making sure that what we're doing benefits the American people. And I think we can find some of those things.
All right, Congresswoman-elect Deb Haaland, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.